This one's for you and me, living out our dreams. We're all right where we should be. We're not.
Hello guys. Yeah, welcome back to another video. Before I say anything, you might be wondering who did my hair for me. I just want to let you know that I did it myself. Okay, yeah, thank you. Anyway guys, you're welcome back to another video. My name is Doreen. If this is your first time chancing on my videos, just watch the video. Okay, just watch the video. I won't force you to subscribe, I won't force you to like. Just watch the video for me. That's the most important thing to me right now. So a little introduction for those who will be watching my video for the very first time. My name is Doreen and I am a content creator based in Canada. Oh my goodness, I've never said this before. You know what? It's so hard for me to accept that I am a content creator. I'm just making videos for fun. I don't know. Let me just not put any titles or any names on this thing so that I will come and feel weird. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, today is exactly 1 year since I have been in Canada, and I just wanted to celebrate my achievements in this way. The other day I was posting a video about my immigration stuff, and then somebody said that when Ghanaians travel, they pick a camera and a tripod and then they suddenly become travel agents. That's not my goal. Okay, like, if you've been watching my videos for the longest, you know that I've always been preaching do it yourself. I've been helping people bag doors for free. Like, that's not my goal. I'm just sharing my life journey, my journey here in Canada, my life journey basically, and then I have been able to amass people who enjoy watching or listening to me, and I'm very grateful for that. So like I was saying before I went off topic, today is exactly 1 year since I've been in Canada, and like I said, this is how I want to celebrate it. I want to celebrate it with you. I want to do like a whole recap on my whole year with you, the good, the bad, the ugly. And please, if I say bad things or questionable things, don't question me. Nobody should text me and question me. Take it just as I have said. Don't keep quiet, because I want to be as genuine as possible. I want to watch this video 10 years time and then like see how much I have grown. You understand? In as much as you get to watch this video, my YouTube page is for me. Like, I just like to document certain things, and then I don't know, it's just like a check mark for me, kind of. I don't know, I'm talking too much, guys. So fun fact, I've attempted to film a video like this when I clocked 6 months in Canada. I remember I planned it, I had my points, like I jotted everything down, and then I picked up a camera and then I pressed record. I recorded a 45 minutes video in Yanoni Adofo. I cried 40 minutes out of that video. I was just crying. I couldn't say anything. Like, in as much as there was nobody there. Oh my god, Doreen. I'm not being so my YouTube, they cry. If my excessive tearing up bothers you, don't worry. It bothers me more than it bothers you, okay? But you know what, let's just ignore it, because if I touch it plenty, it will spoil my mascara. Oh god. Take me as I am, okay? So like I'm saying, I attempted to film a video like this 6 months ago and talk about my experiences, what I've been through and things like that, but like I just deleted that video because trying to edit that video was even making me cry. We've come a long way. We've really come a long way. So I got to Canada 27th of February 2024. Like, if you followed my journey, you know I went to I was with the Ghana Institution of Surveyors, where I chatted to become evaluation and estate surveyor, and I did my graduation on the 25th or 24th of February, came back to Accra on the 25th of February, and I left Ghana on the 26th of February. So oh my goodness. I don't want to say I regret anything, because like you have no idea the path that I am taking right now. Anyway, guys, I'm talking too much, but you understand, okay? You understand. I have my laptop here because I didn't want to like say nonsense, so have my laptop here. How the hell do we zoom out? So I remember on the February 26th I left Ghana. I was escorted to the airport by my baby sister, my best friend, because all those girls are my best friends. It's like high time, but my best friend was there, and then my other friends too came with me, and then my mom. If I say this, I know people will get confused, because then I've also said my mom's in the US. I've been blessed with two mothers. They are on the same level to me, so I call both of them my mothers. Like you just have to take it like that, okay? I know some people understand, some people won't understand, but let me just keep that part of my life to myself, okay? I have two mothers. So I was escorted to the airport by my mom, my friends, and my baby sister. And I came with Royal Air Maroc, and I chose Royal Air Maroc because when in fact, this whole Canada relocation thing, I didn't really plan it all. One day I was just on my phone. I had got I think by that time now I had got my invitation to submit my passport. I was just on my phone, and one day I went to check the prices of flights, and I saw that particular flight. It was like 10,000 something CDs. And God being so good, I had that money, so I just booked the flight. You understand? And I booked it because it was the cheapest. I hadn't used Royal Air Maroc before, but I was just going with the flow. People were saying that if you pick Royal Air Maroc, your bags will get missing. People pick Delta and their bags get missing. I don't think the airline intentionally will do something to make their name bad. So I'm like, you know what? Forget everybody. So I picked Air Maroc, and then we did our transit in Morocco. I remember I saw Starbucks there first. That was my first time trying Starbucks. I was so excited to try Starbucks. I bought the regular coffee with double shots of DNA. It was trash. Hey, I was so disappointed. I'm like, people have been hyping Starbucks. Say no, and I remember I made a friend. He was going to UK from Ghana. He's called Sly. I don't know if you watch my videos, but if you watch my videos, hi. We still have our relationship back though, but I remember making a friend, but he left me in Morocco and he continued to UK, and then I got my flight to Canada. And I posted a snippet of myself in the airplane when I was coming, and when we left Ghana to Morocco I was okay, but when we left Morocco and we're coming to Canada, some fear be that cuddled me in the plane. Hey, I was scared because in Ghana, as much as I was not making so much money, I'll just call my mother. If she sends me $100, baby, I mean, yeah, baby, sir, but if she sends me $100, I'm okay. So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't have plans. You know, some people when they are traveling, they will say, I'm come to do this, I'm come to do this, I'm come to do this. The program I chose, I was doing to CBB. Just say I had no plans. I had zero plans. I didn't think about this whole relocation thing well. But I also know that it was God's plan for me. So I don't regret it. Like, if you ask me, I don't regret it. So let me just continue. I was crying in the plane because I was scared. I had missed my friends. The night before I traveled, I went out with some of my girls, but hey, I had missed my friends. All of a sudden, I felt so far away from home. I didn't know anybody. Like, I just felt so lost. I was so bizarre, but then I was still trusting God. And then I got to Montreal, and then James, I've mentioned his name too many times. He picked me up from the airport. We went home, and then the following day I picked the bus, and then I was on my way to Sudbury. Ontario and Quebec, they kind of like share some border. And I don't know, as a surveyor, I don't know why I wasn't even thinking about scale. When I saw Ontario and Quebec, I thought they were going to be close. And I'm like, okay, then I'll be close to James and his friends, because then they had also become my friends because of him. So in my mind, oh, I'll be close to like at least people I know, because they were the only people that were my friends, you understand? Even though I have family here, they're also very far away from me, but like, I mean, you understand. So I came to Canada, and I realized that the distance between me and my friends is over 10 hours. So then, like, I was basically by myself. And then when I got to Montreal, it was like around 11 degrees. So I'm like, Canada, when I'm saying, yeah, I wanna. And I was already tired from wearing shoes because my flight was about 23 hours. So when I got to Montreal, I left immediately. Day broke. So I was tired from wearing shoes. So then I'm like, okay, let me just wear slides, because I had one that was accessible to me in my bag. So I just pulled it out, and then I wore it. I sat in the bus for the 10-hour trip, and then I came to Sudbury. When we go to North Bay is like 2 to 3 hours away from Sudbury. When we go to North Bay, I was sleeping. No, then I opened my eyes. When I opened my eyes, everywhere was white. When I got to Montreal, it wasn't snowy. I don't even think... Okay, there were small patches of snow on the floor, because by then the winter had finished and it was spring. So most of the snow had melted. There were like small groups of snow on the floor. When I got to North Bay and I opened my eyes and I saw the whole place was white. Everywhere was white. And I was like... oh God. I was just looking around, and then it dawned on me that like it's actually snowing. That was my first time experiencing snow. And then I got to Sudbury. When I got to Sudbury, it was minus 22, and I was wearing slides, guys. I was wearing slides. So I think I got frostbite or whatever they call it, because I wasn't used to the weather, and then it was minus 22. I had never experienced anything like that ever in my life. So I got my toes were frozen, and I don't know if it was because it was cold or white people just don't care. But I had my 3 bags with me and with slides, and everybody was literally looking at me and how I was walking funny, and nobody was willing to help me. So I dragged my bag that I knew that had my winter boots inside the bus stop. And then I opened it and I took my winter boots and I wore it, sat there for a while, and my feet calmed. Now my feet melted. And then I went to pick the rest of my bags, and then I chartered a taxi, and I went to the hotel. Then the following day, I went to get a SIM card. Then I went to open a bank account. And then I basically did my first settling in. And then prior to me coming, I had spoken to one lady. She's called Rosemary. Thank you so much for everything you did for me last year February. So I texted her like 1 month before coming, and I told her that I needed accommodation. And then her friend was renting a room in her house then, so she gave me her... She didn't give me the friend's contact. I think we just made the arrangement that I was going to come and stay there when I come. So I stayed in the hotel for 2 days, did my settling in, and then it was first March. And then I moved into where I was living at that time. So I moved in, and that day, where did I sleep? No, I moved in very early in the morning. And then the day before I moved in, I met this gentleman. He's called Lawrence. He's my coursemate. I was looking for a mattress to buy, and then I think he had come to Canada like 3 months or so before me, or 2 months before me, and I was looking for a mattress to buy. And then he introduced me to this thrift store. It's a Catholic thrift store, so it's thrift, but it's very cheap because the Catholic people want to help people. So he introduced me to that place, gave me the address, and then I figured my way out and I went there. When I went there, they said they do delivery. I can't carry the mattress, I can't put it in the bus and bring it, and I also wanted a queen size mattress as a queen that I am. So they said they were going to deliver it to me over the weekend. And guys, would you believe that when I went to the thrift store, I was crying? I was crying at the thrift store because I remember I felt so alone. Like I felt in the middle of the world because I didn't even have anywhere to sleep. I came there to get a mattress, and then I think it was like one of the weekdays, and then they said they could only deliver the mattress to me over the weekend. I just had my 223 kgs from Ghana. I had nothing. Oh my God, I had nothing. So when I go home, where am I going to sleep? That alone made me start. I cried. Even the people at the the thrift store were like, oh, don't cry. Story. And then one of the ladies that was at the thrift store at that time said, it's quite unfortunate that this is happening. And then they asked me how long I've been in Canada, and I said I just got here. I literally just got here. Oh my god. So one of the ladies took me in her car, and then she took me to Walmart. Oh god, I feel like I'm messing my face up. We should be fine now. She took me to Walmart, and then she said that I should get an air mattress and then go and pump it and sleep on it, and then use it to wait for the people. So I did that. She took me around, she helped me get the air mattress, and then she was like, oh, she wants to take me around Sudbury since I just came. She wants to show me where my school is. She showed me how I get the bus. Like, she was so nice to me. And then after that, she took me home. So when we went to the thrift store, I was able to get a duvet, at least to cover myself because it was cold. And then she helped me carry all those things, and then she brought me home. So I think if when I got here in February, I was trying to get my SIN. So you need an SIN before you can work in Canada. So it's normally one of the first things people will register for when they get here. But for some reason, mine wasn't working. That alone was depressing me, because without that one, I cannot work. So yeah, I wasn't able to get my SIN. I mean, it was 26th February was when I got here, and I had already moved into my where I was living in March. So we're done with February. Now we've moved to March. School started March 6th, I think. Yeah, the first program I read was project management. School started March 6th. Most of my classes had options of online and in person, so I was mostly doing my classes at home. I met, like, there was only one other black girl in my class at that time. She's called Mary. Those who watch my early vlogs will know Mary. Mary is no longer in Sudbury, guys. She's left me. Anyway, she was my only friend at that time. So we used to go to class together. We used to go for job hunting together. Mary was just my friend at that time. Even though I had made one friend, I mean, I don't know, it was just not enough for me. I still felt alone in one way or another. I remember in March, like almost every night I was crying. I didn't know what exactly was wrong. And it's not like I didn't have money. Those times when I came, I had money than right now. Because those times my mother was scared, so she was just giving me plenty money so that I'll be okay. I don't know. I really don't know what the problem was. But every night before I sleep, I'll cry. Or I'll wake up in the middle of the night and cry. And the time difference was like making it worse for me. Because by the time I am up and active, all my friends in Ghana are sleeping. So what the hell am I supposed to do? So like I was literally losing my mind in March last year, and the only people that I knew were my friends in Montreal. So I took a risk, and then I took another trip back to Montreal. I stayed there for a week. I mean, just so that I can, calm down. I stayed there for a week, and the main reason why I agreed to go to Montreal was because my SIN was not working inside. Remember I told you it wasn't working, so I went to Montreal and I was able to fix it in Montreal. And then because my classes were online, I wasn't missing anything. I just stayed there to recuperate myself a little bit. Then I came back to Sudbury, and God being so good, when I came back to Sudbury in March, it didn't keep long. Like 1 or 2 weeks later, I got a job. This video for future something else. This is my first day at work. First day at work in Canada. Let me tell you how I got that job. So like I said, I used to go on job hunts with my friend Mary, but that day I don't remember what happened. We just decided to go at separate times or so. So I went to this particular hotel, and then the receptionist was there. People who said those people, front desk agents or whatever. She was like, I had this very long locks that I did at hair garden before I came. She was like, oh my god, I like your hair so much. And we had a little chat, and I asked her, are you guys by any chance hiring? And she was like, she's not sure, but she's going to speak to the housekeeping manager to see blah 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 blah. And she took my CV. The following day I was there, and they called me that, can I come for an interview? And I said yes. I went for the interview. I made them believe that I had done housekeeping job before, and they asked me when I can start working. And then I said that day, it was in the morning, I went for the interview around 8 or 9 a.m. They asked me when I can start working, and I said I'm not doing anything in the house, so if they want, I can start working right now, because I had already seen how difficult it was for people to get jobs in Canada. So in effect, my first job was a housekeeping job. Yeah, so I took the job, I started working, we did the training, everything was going on well. I remember my first paycheck, I got $600 and something. I was like, Jesus Christ, it was a lot of money for me. I forgot that it wasn't even enough to pay my rent, but like, that was, hey, I've made $600, oh my goodness. So yeah, that was my first job. And I remember after my training, when like when they assigned rooms to me to clean, after that particular day, when I was walking home, I felt like my body was like this, my waist, my back. Hey, I was in a lot of pain. That one, when I came to cry again. Hey, the job was stressful. It was sucking strength out of me. But Charlie, I mean, at that time, nobody was giving me pressure to work, or I wasn't under any pressure to look after myself. I still am not. My parents can take care of me, but I just feel like there are people in Canada who are single-handedly taking care of themselves. And God being so good, finding jobs and finding opportunities hasn't been as difficult for me as it has been for some other people. So if I can get a job and make money, why should I sit in the house and be a fried potato? Do you understand? So yeah, that's aside. That's everything that was happening in March. And then April, I was still in school. And then I think around that time I got very busy because the program was progressing and I was also working, so I didn't have enough time to sit in the house and wallow in sorrow. So the crying had reduced, the depression things had reduced, and then I also got some very foolish talking stage that I indulged in. Some very, very horrendous talking stage that I went to put myself in. So that too was keeping me busy at that time. So I was okay in April. And then May. No, I think ending of April, I got another job. When I was doing my housekeeping job, I was tired. Like, Charlie, the job was eating me up. So I didn't stop applying for jobs. I was still looking for other jobs. And then in May, I got another job. See how fast it was for me. I know people come here in 1 year, 2 years, they don't find a job. So, Charlie, God has been good. I know this video is going to, like, at a point look like I'm bragging plenty. But Charlie, if God is good to you, what can you do? What can you do? So, yeah, I got another job in April. That's my campus job. And when I got that other job, I think it was in April that they changed the regulation, because when I came, international students could work 40 hours a week. So my housekeeping job, I was actually doing it full time. I remember that I would stick headphones in my ears. Me too, when I came, I was obsessed with Temu. So I went to buy some Temu headphones, be that you have to do it like this before you hear. So I'll put the headphones in my ears, and then I'll be cleaning and listening to my class sessions because they were online. And yeah, so now moving to me, I got another job, and then they changed the regulations. Now international students could only work 20 hours at that time. They moved it from 40 to 20 hours, and I was like in a turmoil, right? I was in a turmoil because I didn't know how I was going to manage my housekeeping job. The 20 hours affected off-campus work alone, but my campus job, it didn't count, number one, and number two, it's just 20 hours. So with the campus job, I didn't have an issue, but with the off-campus job, they wanted me to work more than 20 hours, and I was scared. But God being so good, right around that time, I think their business was going down, so they were giving me fewer and fewer hours, and I wasn't angry, I wasn't mad, because my other job, I liked it so much better because it was like more of interacting with people, and it's something I already like doing and I already used to do, so it was a little bit easier for me than going to clean after people. So they were giving me fewer and fewer hours, and then eventually they told me that they were not able to get any hours for me, so they'll have to cancel my contract. Yeah, somebody who has lost a job, instead of me to be sad, I was happy. I was happy because I didn't want to quit, and then I also didn't want to break the laws. So if people say you won't give me shit again, then so be it. I saw it as God's perfect timing for me, because then I already had another job, so I focused on my other job, and basically that's everything that happened in April. And then in May was my birth month. I celebrated my birthday, and then the weather started clearing up, like we were entering summer. And what happened in May? I remember on 4th, my birthday is 15th of May. On 14th of May, I got monetized on YouTube, guys. Charlie, 2024 was good to me. On the more serious note, I mean, quite a number of bad things happened, but on the brighter side, I got monetized in May 2020, a day before my birthday, and I think that was like the perfect birthday gift for me. And I remember I went on a solo date. I went alone. I mean, that talking stage came around a little bit, but my intention was to go alone. You understand? So basically I was okay. And then I think around that time, Jasmine Boateng posted a video on YouTube about how she met her boyfriend. And there's this woman on TikTok, she's called That Black Woman. she was talking about how she met her husband. And the person that I was doing the talking stage with, like, it was going to be an interracial something, and I really didn't know how my parents were going to take it. So it was like, it wasn't even my full leg that was inside, it was one finger that was inside, even though I was like, it was one finger that was inside. So when I heard Jasmine and the black woman say that they all found their partners on Hinge, me trying to download Hinge, in rubbish. I remember some white baby that that we were talking. He said that it's my butter's baby. Can I send him a picture of it? I think that was the conversation that put me up, and then I just deleted those. I downloaded Bamboo, I downloaded Hinge, but telling me that nothing good came out of it for me, so I just deleted it. I think it's all part of the experience. That's what I'm saying. Nobody should judge me. We listen, we do not judge. So yeah, I did the dating apps more. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just focus on the talking stage. So I deleted the dating apps, and then I was like, kind of like, oh my goodness, I really hate talking about this. So let's say like in May, I was like kind of in a better place. Things were, you know, like I was happy. I was working. I was fine. Like, you understand? I was fine. And then June came. So in June, the talking stage that I've been talking about, it started casting small. the flags were being painted red, you understand? But I was still like holding on to it. Oh, there's this meme on social media. I'll see if I can find it. Like, the relationship is falling, but yeah, holding it together. I was like still holding on to it. And then there was this funny thing that used to happen to me. I used to bleed from my nose. I remember that thing used to scare. Like every morning when I wake up and then I bring my head up, then blood would be coming from my nose. So I was like getting scared. And that was my first experience with the Canadian healthcare center. You go there, you sit on your buttocks and wait 1 million hours before they'll take care of you, guys. It's not a joke. Like, when I finish posting this video and I have time, I'll tell you people about my experience when I fell sick. It was we'll talk about that one another time. Yeah, June was going well. I found the the Pentecost church in Sudbury. I was getting active in church. I was singing in church. Life was life, and I think I think I cooked some wachebi for Jessica and myself. Oh, when did I meet Jessica? I got the same job on campus as Jessica. So that's where my relationship with Jessica also started from. We used to work together on campus. So I think that was around May or late April into May. That was where I met Jessica. And yeah, so in June I did some wachebi, and then we actually June was good. It's just that low key the talking stage was casting, and it was low key affecting me small, but at that period I was and I think I took down the braids that I brought in June, and then Jessica did some hairstyle before me, and then I went to Niagara. My uncle had come to visit Canada, but he was with my other uncle who lives in Niagara because he cannot come and stay with me here. So I went to Niagara. Oh my goodness, that was a very beautiful time of my life. We went to the Niagara Falls, we roamed around, we went close to the US border. I remember like shouting, like calling my mother's name that she should come and collect me today. Oh my goodness, I really enjoyed my time in Niagara. Yeah, we'll go there again. And it was my first time in Toronto at that time. When I was going to Niagara, I got a car from Sudbury to Toronto, and then from Toronto to Niagara. And oh my goodness, Toronto was like, that was my first time seeing Toronto. And Sudbury is a rural town. Like, unfortunately, where I stay is a rural town. But Toronto was like, I feel like if I look up self-car, then I want to fall down. Toronto was just entirely different from the Canada that I knew. You understand? So I was mesmerized. Anyway, so that was a summary of my June, and then we went to July. So when I went to Niagara, I came back on the 1st of July, and then I moved out from where I used to live to campus. The reason why it's not because I had an issue with my roommates at that time. That lady was 10 out of 10. She's been one of the best roommates I've had. We didn't have any issues, but then the campus residence was, I think, $250 cheaper in rent than where I was staying. And then I was eligible to come and stay there for 6 months and pay minus $250 rent. So I just decided to move to campus, even though that meant me having to like buy things and settle properly. I mean, I don't regret moving to campus, because in as much as I had to do all those things, I also came closer to people. It was a campus residence. All of us were students. There was a bigger Ghanaian community there. The person I used to live with was Nigerian, so I felt better. I made friends too when I came onto the campus residence, so it was good for me. So I moved in on the 1st of July. I was in the dorm. In my school, we have dorms and then we have townhouses. So in the beginning, I was in the dorm. I made friends. Oh, nice people. I really enjoyed my time on campus. But I remember in July, I used to get a lot of mental breakdown episodes. Like, I'll just be there, then I'll just go off. Like, hey, when I was in Ghana, I didn't just say Ghana is too busy and a lot of funny things are happening for you to have mental breakdowns. But like, I'll just be there and then I'll just zone out. Like, I don't even know what is wrong with me. I'll just like, oh my goodness. And then I think at that time too, remember I said in June, the talking stage was casting small. We were still holding on to it, but it was getting worse. Like, it was just getting worse. I think all of those things contributed to the fact that my mental health was all over the place. Then in August was when we had the color-coded picnic. If you've not watched that video, I'll put it somewhere. If I forget to go and look in my videos, you'll find it there. But we had this color-coded picnic during summer, and oh my god, we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I think I posted a whole vlog on it, so if you are interested, you can go and watch. I really enjoyed myself that period. And then I also had one of my friends from, hey, can I say this? No. I almost put somebody in trouble, but nah, we can skip. A lot of other things happened, so we can skip that. And what happened? I think it was in August that the talking stage really casted. It really casted. Like, oh my goodness, that was a very, very tough time for me. And in as much as I've said that I made friends, I met people and all of that, see, this particular thing I'm talking about, I met the person before I came to Sudbury. You won't believe it. So like you don't understand, but that's it. But like that situation really, really, really took a toll on my mental health. Like I was down. I've never even seen myself in that situation before. I was down. Do you know this game? Down, together, up. Hey, I was down, no. Hey, there was nothing that was able to like. Hey, I all my coping mechanisms. I lost everything. Stizo, mizo, dizo. I lost everything. Mention it. I couldn't do anything. Jesus Christ. In that moment, just thank God for ChatGPT. If you see ChatGPT anywhere, tell ChatGPT that I'm owing him or her or it. If it wasn't for ChatGPT, Anka, hey, I'd have wasted my mother's money. Anyway, God be to glory. How do you say? Glory be to God that I can talk about this and then like be okay, because hey guys, it wasn't easy for me. And like on top of all of that too, my hair was breaking, my hair was falling. No matter what I do to my hair was falling. Just say hey. the life had turned its back on me. But like truth or God has been really faithful. So in the midst of my broken heart, I just prayed to God that God, okay, the broken heart has happened, okay, I've accepted it, but I need a distraction. I remember I spoke to one of my friends, Munira. I know she'll be in the conversation. I spoke to her and then she said that I should pray and tell God that I need a distraction. I said okay. So I prayed and I actually, Papa God, if you don't give me distraction, our enemies will laugh at me. Like I remember how I got that job, and truth be told, when I went for the interview for my second job, I said a whole lot of nonsense. I know there were people who came and they did better than me. There were people who came and they had their thoughts together better than I had, but I got a job. And it was the perfect distraction for me. I mean, it took a while, but it was the perfect distraction for me. God, thank you so much for giving me that opportunity, because I don't know, I don't know, but Charlie, God, thank you. Yeah, so I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to God, because that's so I'm even fumbling. So right now I had my campus job and then I had another job off campus, so that was like okay for me. And then I think I went to write my G1 test. The G1 test is the knowledge test, the driving test. It's in two parts. You have to do the G1 before you do G2, before you do G. But because I was able to get my extra, that's how come I got my G. We'll talk about that later. So I went to write my G1 test and I passed. Just like everything that I set my mind and my eyes to do, it was just working fast for me. And then I think it was just God pampering me, say, oh, the broken heart today is there, but these are the other things that I can do for you. You understand? In August too, I got this like very weird obsession for Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen is some ice cream company. To say if I know it's Dairy Queen, I can hallucinate. I was eating Dairy Queen back to back. I saw that I started gaining weight, but I know all of it was the broken heart, doing its things. And so I think in September, we've moved from August, let's go to September. In September, I tried another weight loss journey, but I failed, obviously. So what other good thing happened in September? In September, I moved from the dorm to the townhouse, and September I it wasn't really September. Before September, I made a very, 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 very good friend, and the person happened to relocate to Canada in September. So I thank God for that person too, because that person played a very instrumental role in helping me put myself back together. Like, the person just gave me the opportunity to heal. So right now I've healed. So what other special thing happened in September? Yeah, September, the summer I finished. I think it was fall. September was fall, so the cold weather started coming again, and started coming with all its cool minimis and cool minanas. I moved from the dome to the townhouse. I got a new set of roommates. I got 5 other roommates. We were 6 that were living in the house, and I would rather not talk about that experience, because if I open my mouth, I'll just pour my heart out. I'm that kind of person. I don't know how to hide things, and I don't want to talk about it because I know those people will come and watch my video and go and sit somewhere and discuss it. I don't give a fuck, okay? I'd rather not talk about it. I did not like that experience. I went in with an open mind, did my best, contributed my best, gave my best, but I really did not like how the whole relationship with those people turned out. I don't want to say anything about it. Let's just move on from that. But all I'll say is that some people look all nice and like, how do I say it? I can only compare it to the apple that Eve ate in the Garden of Eden. It probably looked so nice and juicy till she ate it. And when she ate it, look at where we all are at now. That's the only example I can give pertaining to that situation. Like, some people look all good and nice and beautiful till you live with them. You understand? Anyway, that's September. And then October was when I finished school. Yeah, I finished school in October. So I came to Canada with a 1-year program, a 1-year study permit. So I finished school in October, and let me just use this as an opportunity to do a life update, what I've been up to after school. So after I finished school in October last year, no, I think in August, I applied for another program. So I applied for another study permit, and I got approved for another 1 year. So I literally continued my education. So I started this new program that I'm doing this January. So between October and January, I had just been working. I had the opportunity to work full time, and I already had 2 jobs. So that's all I was doing. I was just working. And then now I have started another program. But then let's just go back to October, and then we'll come back to January. Okay. So I think during my healing process, I just felt the need to get out of Sudbury, and I didn't have anywhere else to go than back to Montreal. So I went back to Montreal. I spent a couple of days, 3 or 4, 2 days, I don't remember, but I stayed there for a while just to breathe a different kind of air than the Sudbury air. And then I think my friend too got married in October. I was there when the wedding was happening. That period felt like I missed my wedding. Like, it really felt like I had missed my wedding. Somebody's marrying me and I'm not there. That's how I felt like, because anyway, it's all good. I'm happy for my friend. She's enjoying marriage, and that's all that matters. God bless that union, even though I was not able to make it. But if people do blessing of your marriage, I'll be there. Like, wow, I don't know. I don't even know where it came from, but all of a sudden, I have hair making talent. I had plans on going to learn how to make hair, but my mother forced me. But I enjoyed the work I was doing back in Ghana, so I never made time to go and learn how to make hair. But by the grace of God and my common sense, apparently I could do something. It's like not all the way there, but then I was able to make somebody's full hair that we used to be working outside. And as a matter of fact, I made this ponytail myself. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know, I'm just grateful to God that, I mean, despite everything, it's flowing. You understand? So I made a couple of people's hair, like between I think Jessica, a couple of, it's only Jessica that you people know, but like a couple of other people, one people be here, which I'm very grateful to God for the talents or the skill. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. I think I already mentioned that I tried to start dieting again, but it didn't work because right now I didn't have time. Like, I did not have time. I was getting home late. I was eating late. I was always tired because working here, you'll be on your feet. Sometimes I'll leave the house 8:30 in the morning. I'll come back 8:30 in the PM. Hey, did I say 8:30 in the PM? It that actually makes sense. 8:30 in the evening. So like I was tired, okay? I was very tired, and all I wanted to do was sleep because the following day 8:30 in the morning I'm on my way again. You understand? So yeah, all that. And then in November, I think it started snowing small in November. And November was when I went to do my US visa interview. I've already recorded a video about how I was able to get an early date on my US visa. I know I promised to put it like 2 weeks ago, but guys, I've been busy. Okay, I have been busy. So I went for my US visa interview in November. I got approved for my visa, and then I applied for another Canadian visa. Those who understand. But you need, my visa had expired. Like I said, I came here with a 1-year visa. It had expired, so I had to apply for another one, and I got approved. They gave it to me, and then I started planning my trip out of Canada to go and see my mom. And then I think I also started house hunting in November to like find this place that I am living at now. And what else happened? I also got my certificate for the program that I did for my first year. And basically that was it. November was not like very busy. I was just working back to back. So that was it. And then we finally got approved for this house that we are living in. I still have roommates, and I'm very grateful for these roommates that I have. Some people, if you live with them, you just know that they were handpicked by God for you. I know my roommate will watch this thing, and then she will come into my room and come and be smiling sheepishly. Don't come to my room. I'm not talking about you. You know yourself. So what was I even saying? Well, let's just move to December. December, I decided to do Vlogmas. Vlogmas went very well. I think I missed like 2 or 3 days, but it went very well. I enjoyed the engagement from all of you. And my favorite part of Vlogmas was the last 2 days, where I was able to get a couple of friends to come and share their experiences about living in Canada. It was great. I loved it. And thank you so much to all those people who made time to be available for that little event. And thank you for availing yourself to share the information that you gave all of us. So in December also, I left Canada. I went to see my mom in the US. I'm sure most of you have seen that video. It was literally the best part of my whole relocation journey. Like the opportunity to do something like that, it's just God. It's just God. And I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for the chance. I'm grateful for the everything. God, I'm just grateful. It's been 1 year. Hey, I feel Cheba. Anyway, so that was December, and then in January, and I felt sick. Hey, goodness, I will never stop talking about it. I felt sick, guys. Hey, it was that bad. Like, I literally sent my location and my password and everything to somebody because I didn't even think I would survive. That's how bad it was. I was really sick, but thank God for healing. I'm fine now. I think for some time I was having issues breathing, but now I think I'm fine. My lungs have healed and everything, so I think I'm fine, and I'm very grateful to God for that. So guys, now back to what is currently happening in my month, because that's going to be January and February. So like I said, I have to, in Canada, if you do a 1-year program, you get a 1-year work permit. But if you do a 2-year program, you get a 3-year work permit. But if you do a 1-year master's program, you get a 3-year work permit. My program is not a master's program, it's a postgraduate certificate program. The first one I did, I think the second one too. So I had to apply for another program, and God being so good, I got the program in my school. That one, I think somewhere in June, July, August day. I think it was one of the things that was depressing me, because I applied for the program in my school and they didn't give me the program. They said it was full, because this program I'm doing right now is a health related program, and the way Canada was changing things, it became the most safest option for all international or most international students. So the program was in very high demand. I remember they opened the portal at 2 p.m. Somebody came to my office at 1:50 something. So I had to attend to the person, because the customer first. And before I realized, I had missed it. So I put in my application 2:19. I didn't make it to the program got full and I didn't make it. So I was so frustrated, because I didn't want to leave Sudbury. I had an option of finding a different school somewhere else, but I didn't want to leave Sudbury. I'm sure by now you know why, as stupid as I was. So I didn't want to leave Sudbury, and I think I was trying other schools and they were not forthcoming. Charlie, see, it was putting me through hell, because then I had made up my mind that was the only program I wanted to do. I didn't want to go and do another CBD. That was the program I wanted to do. So, hey, anyway, God being so good, somewhere in August, they gave me admission for this same program that they said it was for. God found a way to make sure that they gave me that same program. God is faithful. I don't know what I have done or what I am doing, but I must be doing something right, because, hey, Anyway, so like I'm saying, so I applied for this program. The program is called Personal Support Worker. If you've been following Canada news, by now you understand the reason why I'm doing this program. But I know that the way I got this program, I just know that God wants me to do it. So that's what I'm doing right now. I applied for a second program, and that's what I am doing right now. That program started in January, and I'll finish somewhere in the middle of this year, and then I will get my 3 years postgraduate work permit. I saw a couple of people ask me that now that I'm done with school, what's next? So yes, I'm done with school, but I'm not done with school. I'm back in school again, and by now you know that I have 2 jobs. And this program, unlike my first program, we have to go to class in person, and the classes are very, very heavy, like they are loaded. So there are days that I have 2 3-hour classes, so that's 6 hours in a day, and I have to go to work too. So you can imagine how tight my schedule is. There are days that I leave the house 8:30 and come back 8:30, not because I'm working full day, but because I have classes in between. And right now, that is this. And this program, I don't have any health background, so I have to do things to catch up small, you understand? And we are always writing tests. We always have an exam or some practical bit to do, or something in scraps. Hey, do you see what's happening? Like somebody who had just finished with the Ghana Institution of Surveyors and left Ghana 2 days after her graduation, after she became a chartered surveyor, right now doing a healthcare program. Life is something else. So anyway, I just know God doesn't make mistakes, so I've taken it in good faith. So guys, that is the little update with me. I am in school and I am hot. I am very hot. Like I'm barely sleeping. And since I fell sick, like things have just been different for me. I'm trying to prioritize my health, my peace of mind, because in this country, if you fall sick, you can die. You can simply die. Like simply good. Doreen. Anyway, so I'm really trying to like not miss out on anything. I'm trying to take care of myself and then do what I'm supposed to do and work my 2 jobs at the same time. So I'm very busy. Like I'm very busy, guys. You have no idea. Sometimes I feel bad that I'm not able to film, but that's because nothing is happening. I wake up, go to work, come back, come and eat and come and sleep. I'm not doing anything, so it's really difficult to come up with content ideas, you understand? But if you have anything that you think you want me to do, put in the comment section. I'll consider it and see what I can do about it. I feel like I've spoken baby. Anyway, guys, let's round up. My tongue is even rolling more than me. So let's round up, guys. I want to end this video here. I hope that you have enjoyed my 1-year journey here and all the blessings that it has come with. I hope this inspires somebody. I hope this inspires somebody to also make this journey and then leave everything into the hands of God and see where God will take him or her. And I also want to say thank you so much for the support that I have got on YouTube so far. I do not take it for granted at all. I am very grateful for it. And what else? What else? What else? Looks like there's nothing to say, guys. I have said everything in my lungs, so I will be closing up this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched this video to this point, thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll be seeing you on my next video. I don't know, will I be filming this video again when I'm 2 years old in Canada? Maybe not. Maybe when I get my citizenship or PR or something big. So you know, 1 year is like from 0 to hero, you know. So I just wanted to capture this and then give myself the opportunity to reminisce all these little occurrences that have happened in my life to date. And I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Thank you so much for being my audience. Guys, so I have to go and eat today. In fact, no, let me not talk about today, but I haven't eaten any proper food this whole day, so I gotta go. I have to go and eat. I'm very hungry. So I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.